Hey guys, welcome back. Talking with Steve McLennon, family physician here in the Dells, as well as a local musician, drummer to be specific. And so we're going to now talk a bit about your past and sort of how that parlayed into you doing now what you do and the significance of what you do. Mm-hmm. But you were, I believe, living out in like around the Chicago area, mm-hmm. and a workaholic and married, and just the stresses of everyday life in a high stress position.
Yeah, going through college and medical school, working, and it was pretty intense. Yeah. And I actually was not playing any music at all, which was not healthy for me. And my wife at the time decided she'd had it with the city and wanted to move, so we started exploring possibilities and decided to come to the Northwest, came out here for a visit and drove through the car wash of the gorge at night in November and came to Hood River, made it alive.
Yeah.
My back was hurt at that time. It was a stress-related issue.
Yeah.
But we stayed at the Hood River Inn, and the next morning the sun comes out, and we looked around. I was like, wow, this is fabulous. Interviewed at the hospital here, and they were just about to start their plane tree program, which really appealed to me. So, make a long story short, moved out here, thought I was leaving all the stress behind, but it was in my suitcase.
Uh-huh.
Proceeded to work a lot, too much. There's an endless amount of work for a family doctor, it seems, at least the way I was doing it, mm-hmm. and ultimately burned out. My marriage really suffered. I don't think I was that fun to be around when I was home, and that was really a turning point for me. Really made me take a look at my life, how I was living it. I'm a dad, and so for me that was it was just really a critical moment in my life, and
work was kind of overpowering. You were being disconnected from your personal life just by allowing the stresses of your everyday work life to.
Very much so, and I didn't really see it happening.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of in denial about that, but it got to the point where there was no denying that things were kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Ultimately, kind of decided, well, I'm going to try to be happy and live my life better. I went back to school to a program in psychology, actually spiritual psychology, which was a very interesting program. We don't have time to talk about it.
Wow.
It really helped me get more honest with myself, get to know myself, deal with my emotions, and that's when I started drumming. Again, in fact, the first day, this was down in Santa Monica, I stayed in a hotel across from West LA Music. I went in there, bought this little drum, it's called a doumbek, and that was sort of my symbol, for how I was going to start living. And that's when I started playing. Went to Venice Beach and joined the drum circles down there. That's when I got over playing with, the idea of can't play with anyone else.
Right.
And just gradually started, following that passion.
Yeah.
And the hospital here has been quite supportive of me drumming with patients and with employees. We have an employee orientation program, and we all drum together as part of that. And
really,
and departmental retreats and special events. It's been really a terrific thing. So that's how I've been able to kind of bring it into my work.
Fantastic.
I never would have dreamed it possible.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got a lot of help along the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it seems like we all do,
mm-hmm.
Whether we realize it or not.
Right.
But, so because we mentioned in the last segment, and had to kind of cut you off so we could go to a break, but you had mentioned you got involved with Health Rhythms in Portland.
Yes.
And then now you're involved with Health Rhythms out here. And that's a tongue twister for me, Health Rhythms.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it is. So,
well, that's based on a research protocol that a neurologist named Barry Bittman put together, where they did different drumming experiences with people, and this one experience, we'll do sort of a little bit of that protocol. It's meant to be fun, relaxing. It's not about performing. It's about self-expression and just, kind of letting go, which we all need to let go every once in a while. And that was really the beginning for me, doing that. My wife, I'm remarried, as you know my wife. And,
I do know your wife. Wonderful lady.
Thank you. We went and did that together, and we did a group shortly after that with a group of women in Hood River, and the experience they had was really surprising to us, and it showed me the power of this experience or intervention. I don't know, what the right word is. And we got a letter from a lady who with a lot of gratitude wrote saying, "I can't tell you what this has done for me. This has helped free me, let me out of a cage." It was like, unleashed some passion in her. I was like, wow, we're playing with fire here. This is really powerful stuff, and it's good medicine is what it seems
Interesting.
to me. Yeah.
And you're actually like an endorsed facilitator?
Yes, I'm one of about 24 people that the Remo Drum Company has designated, and the Health Rhythms program have designated as endorsed facilitator. So it's quite a privilege and an honor for me to have kind of their stamp of approval in that way. And they give a lot of support, training, education, instruments, and it's amazing. I'm really lucky, really fortunate.
Yeah, well, cool stuff. Well, hey, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, I'm going to put myself in the hot seat, and you're going to get to do what you love and what you know, and I'll get to be the victim.
Thanks for being a good sport.
No, it should be fun. You guys come back because we're going to be having me on the drums. We know that's going to be scary. Stick with us.